The 2006 Varanasi bombings were a series of bombings that occurred across the Hindu holy city of Varanasi in India on Tuesday, 7 March 2006. At least 28 people are reported to have been killed and as many as 101 others were injured. Blast at the temple. The blasts occurred nearly simultaneously shortly after 1800 IST. The first blast took place at 1820 at the crowded Sankat Mokh in Hanuman Temple near the Banaras Hindu University. Hundreds of pilgrims were in temple as it was a Tuesday, believed to be particularly holy by the devotees of Hanuman, a deity at the temple. The bomb was placed in a container near a gate at the temple where women usually sit. Initially, another blast was reported inside the stationary Shiv Ganga Express bound for Delhi. However, this was later discounted. 6 bombs were reported defused from other areas in the city, including a restaurant frequented by foreigners in the vicinity of the railway station. Timing of the blasts. It is conjectured that the date and time of the explosions was selected for causing maximum damage. The CBSE and ISC examinations were in progress and therefore there were many students and worshippers at the temple when the bombs exploded during the Aarti ceremony. Tuesday was also a holy day of the deity at the temple. It is further conjectured that the bomb at the railway station was orchestrated to coincide with the throng of passengers waiting for Shiv Ganga Express rescue and relief operations. The Railway Ministry announced ex gratia of Rs 100,000 to the next of kin of those who died in the explosion at the Cantonment railway station in Varanasi. Seriously injured would be sanctioned in Rs 25,000 each, while those with minor injuries will get in Rs 1,000 each. The Railway Ministry would bear all expenses of food, medicine and accommodation of the injured persons during the period of treatment. Investigation. Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Toiba militant outfit, whose member was shot dead in an encounter with police near Lucknow on Wednesday, were prima facie behind the blasts in Varanasi, a senior Uttar Pradesh government official said in Varanasi on Wednesday. Uttar Pradesh Chief Secretary, Mr. Sinha, said bombs were made in Bihar. The material to make bombs was procured in Nepal, which was then smuggled across the porous Indo-Nepal border. Official response. Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh condemned the blasts and appealed for calm. A state of high alert was declared in India's major cities. Police were sent to all major places of worship in New Delhi. India's Cabinet Committee on Security met in emergency session. Varanasi shut down Wednesday to protest the blasts. Shops and businesses closed, and authorities closed schools and colleges. It reopened on the 9th of March. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, Mulayam Singh Yadav, claimed that UP police killed one of the suspected Pakistani involved who turned out to be a resident of Madhya Pradesh. But he was part of Lashkar-e-Toiba Islamic group and police were on the lookout for him in context of Delhi blasts of 2005. Reactions. Domestic. The Prime Minister of India Manmohan Singh condemned the blasts and appealed for calm. A state of high alert was declared in India's major cities. Police were sent to all major places of worship in New Delhi. India's Cabinet Committee on Security met in emergency session. Varanasi shut down Wednesday to protest the blasts. Shops and businesses closed, and authorities closed schools and colleges. 5. It reopened on the 9th of March. 6. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, Mulayam Singh Yadav, claimed that UP police killed one of the suspected Pakistani involved who turned out to be a resident of Madhya Pradesh. But he was part of Lashkar-e-Toiba Islamic group and police were on the lookout for him in context of Delhi blasts of 2005. Suspects. A little-known group calling itself the Lashkar-e-Kahab has claimed responsibility for the attacks. A spokesperson for the group who identified himself as Abdullah Jabbar alias Abu Feroz called a local news agency in Srinagar on Thursday morning to claim responsibility for the blasts and threatened similar attacks in other cities unless the government stopped its catch and kill campaign in Jammu and Kashmir. A staff of the TV channel said that Feroz spoke in Urdu with a heavy Punjabi accent. It is speculated that the bombings were carried out in retaliation of the arrest of a Lashkar-e-Toiba agent in Varanasi earlier in February 2006. Some analysts see a connection between the bombings and Hindu-Muslim clashes in the city of Lucknow on 4 March 2006 that left 4 people dead. These clashes started because of protests against the President of the United States, George W. Bush's India visit. It is also believed that these attacks were a part of a series which included an attack at the IISc, Bangalore, and also at the Akshardham Temple, Gujarat. Timeline. The first blast took place around 6:20 p.m. at the Samkat Mokan Temple. Minutes after the first blast, another blast took place at a waiting room at the Varanasi Cantonment railway station. Soon after the blasts, 3 live bombs were recovered from the temple complex and 1 was recovered from a nearby restaurant. Live bombs were also recovered from Godaliya and Ashaswamedh Ghat.